Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up, but first, as always, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today going to be 68, low 49, and water temperature is 67 degrees. I think all those folks that filled in for me the last couple of days, I saw some really good shows. I was able to sort of sit back and take it easy and look at some other folks doing the show. It was really nice. Of course, Stan and Ken did a great job yesterday. Good information on the cameras. Of course, Bill Allen's always a good standby. And old Mandy Miller, she was a little nervous coming in, but she did a good job too. So I enjoy doing that. On occasion, when I take some extended time off, we've got a great Panhandle Outdoors team here on this station. So I'm very proud of these folks, and I appreciate their filling in for me. Okay, river readings. Check this out. And how about this? We're finally getting a little bit of water in the Apalachicola Bluffs down to the 2.7, and it looks really good, and really sort of going to peak on out. Then it's going to drop on back down. It's not going to stay up, but it's going to peak on out tomorrow and start falling out for the weekend. Now go over to Choctawhatchee River at Caryville. How about a 10.2? Last time I did the show, they're like a 1.2. Now I'm at a 10.2. They're going to really this is the difference. We talk about it all the time. Choctawhatchee River is going to stay up a little bit, but it's rising really fast today. And if you like to you fish that rising water, and this is your day, and the next day or two, and this weekend, Apalachicola River is going to be getting back fairly low, but the Choctawhatchee is going to be pretty high. Okay, to take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Ken Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Today is December the 7th. High tide at 12:17 this morning and low at 10:43. Pretty decent tide, but not much of a tide next 2 days. And Saturday, we've got a good incoming tide Saturday afternoon. So that's going to be some good fishing right there. I would be remiss without saying Pearl Harbor Day is always something great in American history. So there's still a few veterans left. I don't know if you saw a little special. This 104-year-old Pearl Harbor veteran, the oldest one still remaining, 104 years old. I just got a kick out of seeing an interview with him, and what a American hero. And he went through a training session the last couple of years to put on weight so to be strong enough to make these trips and all. He put on like 25 pounds. He was with a physical trainer, which is a great example. You know, always stay in shape and always try to do things no matter what age you are, and like little steps and little things like that. But really, really fascinating. So a great part of American history there. All right. Marine forecast, I actually don't have a marine forecast. I'll find it and give it back to you when we get back. We'll take a break and come right back. Okay, welcome back. I did find a marine forecast. It's going to come west. It's going to come out of north first and swing around to the west. That front's getting on through here. Man, we really had some wind the last 3 or 4 days, and how about a good rain? But it's going to be coming about 7, starting north this morning, west about 7. And it's going to be cold this weekend. Bill Allen and some of his grandkids, I think, are going to be camping on the river, and they're going to be cold. All right, let's a couple of things here as get set up. I got all kind of pictures piled up on me, so you folks have been sending in pictures this past week. I'm going to do a little bit at a time, so be patient with me, and I'm going to do some today, and I'm going to do some tomorrow, and get them wrapped up. But one of the things I want to talk about, Christmas break is coming up. So keep in mind, between Christmas break and New Year's, we always try to do the top shows of the year. And then we play them between Christmas breaks and New Year's. So we always depend on you, the viewing audience, to go ahead and mail into me what you think, or email me or call me, tell me what your favorite show was this year. And then when you get that, then Jeff put them together, and we'll play between Christmas and New Year's the top shows of 2016. So I still get a kick out of some of the feedback and all we get. All right, now, I got some pictures. Let's go and look at some pictures. And also, it's not too early. It's already December. It's not too early to be thinking about New Year's resolutions. We were laughing about it before the show this morning because I'm always a firm believer in New Year's resolutions, both outdoor activities and personal resolutions. I looked at mine, and we'll talk about those later. Be thinking about your New Year's resolutions, what you want to do, and we're going to talk about those. All right, now let's get our picture set up, okay? I've got a whole slew of pictures. Let's start off. All right, here we go. The first one. It says, "Hey, Coach, check out this for my brother. My brother got this morning. Unfortunately, I'm in Texas and couldn't be here, but my dad wanted me to make sure you saw it, okay? The McCormick family, check this out. This is Donald McCormick's little boy, Dalton. That was his sister that sent it to me and sent me the message from Texas. But now, isn't that a great picture right there? Dalton McCormick. Now that's a wall hanger right there. Put that on, I'll always have that picture. All right, next one. Oh, Fred Myers, what a great Thanksgiving. Carter got him a nice buck up there. Good job, Carter. All right. Clint Kelly with his boy Gabe and friend Lane at the Bear Creek Hunting Club. Nice picture there. Now that's fun. Now you gotta have your buddy with you when you take a big buck. All right, good job. All right, now the next one over here, I got Travis Page sent this. Travis, first I want to read this comment at the bottom. Winston Chester, Tanner told me to send these to you. All right, Tanner, he sent a group of pictures. I'm going to show all of them to you, okay? Here is with Mark, his granddad Mark, okay? Nice buck right there, Tanner. And then here he is with his dad, Travis, okay? And then we got his buddies with him. Now you got to show it off to the buddies. And then you got to get that single picture of yourself and that big old buck. So what a great story. How about this email I got? Hey, Coach, let's read it up here. Here's my grandson, Carter Garrett, with one we caught and released Saturday in Washington County. He was fishing with Papa, Bob Garrett, and Mama, Mackenzie Garrett. Both of us are former students, and I reckon I remember you well. How about that? Isn't that a great picture? Caught and released right there. Great picture. Now, ironically, I didn't really plan it this way, but all those pictures are just a bunch of young people out in the woods over the Thanksgiving holidays and weekend after and all. It's just hunting and fishing, and what a thrill they had. So that's part of the Panhandle pride that we have here. So we're going to go ahead and I've got some more stuff. Let's go and take a break now, and we'll come right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. One note on picture, Tony Bullock. I know you watch the show a lot. I had a picture of you and your little boy getting a buck or something. Send me that picture again. It's somewhere in here. I can't place it. Tony, y'all send me that picture. I want to put him on the show too, okay? And any of you folks, if somehow you send me pictures and they sort of get lost in the shuffle, it's not unusual because they get a lot of stuff put in. So I try to make sure you send it to me again and tell me, okay? Now, also tomorrow night, on Thursday night, at the Lake Huntington Clubhouse, the Bay County Fly Fishing Club. We've had Bill Laminack on the show recently, and they're going to be having their monthly meeting there, and it's going to be the little Christmas party. So if they have a really good group of folks that go to that fly tying club meeting. It'll be at, I believe, 6:30. But get with Bill Laminack, look them up, call them, and it's a little Christmas party. So you might want to bring some candy canes or something. It better be a fun thing to do. All right, next, we've got a video coming up. Now, this video, I have such a wide variety. I run a gamut of viewers. I have some really, some folks who've, been in outdoors their whole life, have folks just moving in here at Tyndall or at Navy Base and just getting exposed to the area. So I try to serve all the areas, and I really enjoy folks coming in and asking questions and trying to get their family acclimated to the area. So with that in mind, I told Gail, let's just run out into a couple of boat landings at Deer Point Lake. I know a lot of y'all know where they are, and just let's show some video of a couple of boat landings. Just a recent, recently we had folks come in from Tyndall and went fishing, and for the first time after seeing it on the show over Sandy Creek, and took the kids and caught a bunch of fish. So if it'll help out another family in outdoors, we're willing to do it. So I also got an interesting story on duck hunting, and these ramps are all open here. And it's interesting. So we're going to run this video. So here we go on some Bay County. We're on the southern end. It's not all the boat ramps now on Deer Point, but we're sort of on mid to southern end of Deer Point Lake. I'm at Tharp Cedar Creek Fish Camp up on the northern end of Deer Point Lake. We're in a Bayhead area. Well, you have Cedar Creek, you have Bear Creek, and you have Econfina Creek, sort of all converge in the general area. And I used to love to duck hunt up here. And it was in the early years of duck hunting, we didn't have a lot of duck hunters in this area. But let me tell you, before I tell you the story, I was thinking recently about stories themselves about the outdoors. As outdoorsmen, we always come up with stories because we're outdoors all the time and things happen. And a lot of times these stories are told later around a dinner table. A lot of times out in the woods around the campfires. And generation here, then another generation here, the stories, and they sort of assimilated into our culture as outdoorsmen. So In fact, I've heard some wonderful stories in my lifetime from my dad, of course, and just friends of my dad's. It's been passed down, going anywhere from coon hunting and fishing, but those stories a lot of times are told around a campfire. And one of my goals still is I'm going to write an inspirational storytelling book. I already got a title for it. I don't have all the stories, but I have a title for it. I'm going to call it Tailgate Stories. And we'll talk about that on another issue. But right now, let's talk about this story here. And these stories have different categories. Some are funny, some are sad about old Blue. You know, she ran those deer for 12 years and then she died. Or then some are just inspirational about how certain things happen. So, you know, but this story I'm going to tell you is a funny story. Getting back to my duck hunting days in the 70s here. When I graduated from college, I just had a passion for duck hunting. I loved all kinds of things, but duck hunting was special. So when I moved up here, got a teaching job, I was trying to find somebody to duck hunt with me. One of the guys that taught with me, Richard Calvin Harrison, taught social studies, and he and I got into, he would, you know, a good duck hunting partner, they just have to have the same passion you have. So we got into it, and we'd come up here and scout. I had my granddaddy's old 12-foot fiberglass fishing boat, and had a 6-horsepower little Johnson on it. And I thought I was, you know, it was cool. And that's all I really needed for this area. So we'd come up here to Mr. Tharp. He'd see, you know, we'd just put in right here and ride around, mainly around Cedar Creek. There were a lot of times be coming down around Cedar Creek. And you have bluebills up here. You had canvasbacks at times. And sometimes you'd have a lot of wood ducks coming here. And I actually have a mallard on my wall from actually up here, right here out of Tharp Cedar Creek. I shot a nice, great mallard. So anyway, what happened over the years, we wanted to perfect what we did. So camouflage is important. So make a long story short, what we did, we met him. I told Calvin, we got to get better camouflage. This was in the early years now. There's only like 2 other people hunting up here. Pete Coleman, and he was a good duck hunter, and another guy, David Barnes. And we had like 3 duck hunters on all the DuPont Lake. So what happened? I told Cal, we're gonna be the best there is. So we got the boat, of course spray painted the camouflage and all that, and had the motor, a big old camouflage sock to put over the motor. And I said, we're gonna do better. I said, we need to raise it up. This is before the Duck Dynasty. I'm sure those guys out in Louisiana were doing this too, but I said, I just came up with this stuff at night. I lay awake thinking about how I can be a better duck hunter. So what I did, I got some PVC and put this on the inside of my boat. The PVC, and put it on the inside of my boat like that, and I fiberglassed it, okay? So it's set like that, and I put like 3 or 4 on the left side, the port side, and then on the starboard side, I put the same thing. I made a little pattern of these, okay? Then what I did, I made it so they would just slide down. I put PVC in this pipe would go up about 30 or 40 inches. So what happened then, I got the cloth, the fiberglass would be fiberglass in there, and then I would sit it in there, and it was portable. I could take it out or put it back in, so I could still fish out of the boat. So what it was the netting. I strung that netting all the way around the boat, and I could put that PVC in it, and then we could stand up, and not stand up, actually, duck down and look up. And that's a big deal in duck hunting, just to break your silhouette. So we did all that, and we worked on it for a couple of weeks. And so we got it to put together a house, and I was working perfect. So what we said, let's go ahead and we're going to try an opening morning. Opening morning is exciting. I get up at 3:30, and the night before we put everything in place that night before. And what happened, we had it in there, and we started. I told Calvin I'd pick him up at 3:30. I got up at 3:30, and I said we'd pick you up. I'd pick you up right after I leave the house. He's about 10 minutes from my house. So he got in there, and he looked at we drove up to his house. He said, man, everything looks good. It looks great. And we were excited. I had an old Jeep at that time. We headed up DuPont Lake. I was living in St. Andrew at the time. So I came up through St. Andrew, up through Lynn Haven, and came up here across the Lynn Haven Bridge and on into Southport, and came on into Tharp Cedar Creek. We were just talking all about, excited about what we're going to do and all. And we knew that we already had that camouflage netting set up all the way around the boat. And man, we pulled up here to Tharp Fish Camp and made a little loop around the boat ramp right here. Jumped out of the Jeep, looked out there, and oh my goodness, our whole netting outfit was gone. We looked at each other, what in the world happened? Well, the wind had blown it off between Lynn Haven, Southport. We turned around and went back. We all along the highway, DuPont Dam Road. We found parts of our netting and our PVC pipe was strung all along the road. We just got a big kick out of it. We finally got everything back together. We're a little bit late for duck hunt, but that's just one of the funny stories about outdoorsmen. And it was just a great story. One of my favorite fish camps in this area is right here off Sherritt Branch. Now, it's closed now, but a long time ago, back in the 60s and 70s, Bill Lowther had a little fish camp here, a little cafe, and a little boat landing. I first met Bill Lowther when I came here from University of Florida graduating. He graduated from there. He taught journalism at Rutherford High School. We hit it off just like that. He was an older gentleman. He sort of welcomed me to teaching and all, and he actually wrote some outdoor articles for the News Herald during that time. So we hit it off good, and it was just really a neat landing. Eventually he passed away in the landing. I think now they have a home there. Of course, Sherritt Branch is on the west side of Deerpoint Lake, flows into an ideal branch. And remember in those days now, there weren't very many houses on Deerpoint Lake, so it's a really beautiful branch. It's sort of built up now, but still got a lot of beauty here. Okay, on the southwest end of Deerpoint Lake is a McCall Everett boat ramp. This is a really nice one. Been here a little while, really easy launching, got a nice, you go two ways here. I launch here a lot. It's close to my house and it's really easy launching. Also got a fishing dock. You see somebody out there today, you are taking advantage of it. It's excellent fishing down here, easy to get to. This is on the southwest end. Good parking, good in and out. Right now it's a little low because of the drawdown, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. Okay, on the southeast side, down at the bottom of Deerpoint Lake, is the Hutchison boat ramp. It's the biggest, it's the most used boat ramp there is. Biggest reason is because of the area you have, the park. You have a big picnic area on one side, you have bathrooms here, playground, got a fishing dock, and all kind of waiting areas. So this is a situation here where a family, the judge, Ira Hutchison, and he's in my book Full Box, he donated this land to Bay County for the residents to use. Beautiful boat ramp right here. You know, Deerpoint Dam was built in 1962. It was constructed solely for the purpose of fresh drinking water for the Bay County area, and it served its purpose well. It's also had all kinds of recreational benefits over here. It's been a big plus for our local community. And also the outdoorsmen have been great. And when they built the dam, they didn't know it was going to be this popular, really. They hoped it would be. All kind of good stories came from it. We've had, once the dam was built, the filled in, people started building and all. One of the, there's been stories, there have been tragic stories. There's one year where a 14-year-old kid water skiing and ran into the dam and lost his life. There have been some other bad situations happen here, but a lot of times been some funny situations and a lot of great memories right here in this area. One of the things I was going to show you right here where I'm standing, right behind where I'm standing, when the Panama City Triathlon formed, some of the local folks wanted a place to practice their endurance swimming. Of course, you know, swimming here in fresh water was a lot more fun than getting out of the bay every day. So they'd come up here and they'd practice. Sometimes they'd 4 or 5 guys. I knew most of them. Sometimes 2 or 3, a couple of ladies, 3 or 4 ladies with them, and they swim across, parallel with the dam, all the way across, turn around, swim back, you know, just build up their endurance, practicing for the triathlon. Well, when people pass by, I'd see them. I'd see them out here sometimes too. I thought it's a good idea, but they need to be careful. Well, I got word that they had quit practicing swimming up here. So I called up one of the guys and said, "Hey, what happened to y'all's swimming practice?" He said, "Coach, you're not going to believe it." He said, "There's just 2 of us out that Thursday afternoon." He said, we took off, we got halfway across, and I looked to my right. My buddy was swimming to my left. I looked to my right, and this huge gator was swimming right along next to me. I said, "He must have been practicing for the triathlon too." My buddy said, "Listen, I promise the Lord, if I could swim back to shore, I never would get back out here in this water." So that's one of the funniest stories here about the Deerpoint Dam. This ramp should be familiar to all the Panhandle Outdoor viewers. This is a high point landing. I come up here a lot of times and shoot some video of the bass tournaments they have. Very popular ramp for the fishermen. And what you have here, the reason for it's so popular is because it's a great location. It's on the eastern shore of Deerpoint Lake. It's sort of up from the dam, so you can go north up in the Bay Head and Bear Creek and Bayou George a lot quicker than you can if you put in down by the dam. So this is a real popular ramp for fishermen. Got a little playground here, or it's got a porta potty and those kind of things. But this is a really good landing. It's in good shape, both sides, and the county takes good care of this one. All right, welcome back, folks. I hope you enjoyed that video. It showed you, what a great opportunity we had. Now, a couple of things. Before we get to it, let's do a fishing game time so we don't forget those. Fishing game time for today, we're looking at 5:51 a.m. to 7:51 a.m. Of course, we're just getting through that, starting now. And then this evening, 6:16 to 8:16. So keep in mind those times. Now, those boat landings, I do want to say this about it. The old Tharps landing, one of the original landings, that's been a family landing, a private landing for years, and they've always charged, which is fine, and that's what you should do. And I can remember my grandfather ran a boat landing for years and charged, and the big thing about it, that does the maintenance. Now, these other landings are owned by the government, which means they're owned by us, and they're free. Unlike some of our neighboring areas where you have to charge, where they charge you, you got to pay to go in there and launch your boat. I still think that's one of the most un-American things we've been exposed to in the Florida Panhandle in 50 years, when they started charging us to launch our boats. I still get mad about that. That's just flat out and ain't right, so don't get me upset about it. But anyway, these landings here, they're open to the public, our tax money, also the fishing license we buy, that money goes back to each city and each county to help maintain the boat ramp. So there's no reason for a city to charge in addition to charge the outdoorsmen for that. So anyway, Tharps, I don't know honestly if it's open or closed, but there was a sign up there. I didn't see anybody, launching a boat there. It was cold over the weekend, and there's a sign up there that says $4. But anyway, that's a special boat landing to me, one of the old Tharp fish camps. So anyway, try them out and all. We're going to about run out of time here. We've got a big show lined up for tomorrow. Appreciate your viewership on Panhandle Outdoors, and really do appreciate the feedback we get from y'all. So y'all do something good for your fellow man today. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.